Good evening, my fellow Biafra. Good evening, the lovers of freedom all over the world. Good evening, my Biafrans. Today is 14th of January 2020. So much happy that God have given us opportunity to be alive today, to be grateful for all that He has been doing for us. I so much thank God for giving us a leader like our able leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and our deputy Uche Mofo. We all need to join our hand and our effort to complement them in their work. We all need to support them in whichever way that we can do that. Today, making it 14th of January 2020 is 50 years of Biafran War. The 50 years of Biafran War, after the war, and what has become of Biafra. After the war, what is the solution? Has the war ended? The genocide which they committed against the Biafrans, have it ended? The starvation which they committed against the Biafran with the effort of Britain and the Russia, has the starvation ended in Biafran land up to today? Which is very much no. Has the killing, has the war stopped? No. But what is happening today? There are still more genocide are committing secretly. They are still starving our people. They are still killing our people, both mentally, spiritually, and financially. They are impoverishing Biafrans each day by day. After the war, what has become the fate of the Biafrans? Every day we are crying one Nigeria, one Nigeria. If Nigeria is one in the first place, why would they call it one? Have you ever heard something they may call one American, one Britain, one Ghana, one Australia, one Cameroon? It's only in Nigeria that we can hear, that we hear and we lament one Nigeria. Why are we calling it one Nigeria? Is Nigeria one in the first place? They call it one Nigeria. They are using that one there to deceive the Golibe people that Nigeria is one, and which we, all of us, know that Nigeria is not one and can never be one. Nigeria name is a fraud. It's a deception. They have used the name Nigeria, one Nigeria, to deceive many people. They have used the name Nigeria to separate brothers and sisters in a collaboration with the Britain, with the British, in a collaboration with the British. Why are they calling Nigeria one Nigeria if they are really one? Today is marking 50 years of Biafran war, and my people are still fighting the war in Biafra land. My people are still dying every day. My people are still suffering every day. What is the fate of Biafrans? Then they say they don't want us to be, they don't want to give us what we want to be. These people you don't want them to be, why don't you let them go? Why don't you let these people to go? Let these people go. Free them, let them go. They say they don't want them to go. You block the whole sea. He said they cannot import in their own land. Only in Lagos they can import things. Look at the office where I'm working. We prepare paper here for people shipping their containers each day. I never see one container that is going to be landed in Biafra land. Every container we are making here is going down to Lagos. I can show you some document of. You see all this paper here. All this paper here. This is. They call it proof berries here in Dutch land. All those things is for custom, for the authority, for the clearance. Most of us know what it is. This is clearance paper. all these containers we prepare here, where they're taking loads to Nigeria, but I have not seen anyone going down to Nigeria. I think this is another one I am preparing that is leaving very soon. Which date is leaving? This one is leaving very soon. I am preparing this. But my question is this. What is it? Which people is importing goods to Nigeria? They are Igbo. They are the Biafrans. Let me use the word Biafrans because the Biafran issue is not the only Igbo struggle. Which people are importing containers mostly in that country is the Biafrans. But why did they block their rivers, their sea, so that they cannot be able to ship things in their own? They block Port Harcourt, they block Warri, they block Anambra. They say the Anambra is too shallow, they cannot make it a seaport, but they cannot dug the sea so that ship can be able to pass through. It's only in Lagos. Every revenue is going to Lagos. Every revenue is going to Lagos. We talk about 50 years after the war. 50 years after the war, there is nothing infrastructure we can boost up that they have in a Biafra land. There is no embassy in Biafra land. Some of our brothers in Niger Delta say that they are not Biafran, they are not Biafra. My question is, where are you from? What we are suffering is what they are suffering. All the whole this thing they have in Biafra land. There is no one of them that have oil where. But the whole oil well belongs to the north. Belongs to the north. You are there dying, fighting your brothers because they have bring that hatred, that division. They separated you and your brothers. They put divisions between two of them. You are fighting your brothers for no just cause. You are fighting them. So what I'm trying to say is that the most people that travel out of that country is the Biafrans. Yet they don't have any embassy in their side. Anybody who wants to do paper must go to Lagos or Abuja. Why is it there's no single embassy in Biafra land? Why is it there's no single embassy? No place ship can land. No place. You close the whole sea. You cannot dredge it, cannot make it. It's only Lagos that is functioning. Every revenue is going to Lagos, is going to the north. Why are you impoverishing the Biafrans? He said the war has finished. No vanquish, no winner. According to the Yakubu Gowon. But today, you enslave our people with mental slavery. You enslave them in backwardness. You slave Biafrans. You try to make them struggle in everything they have. I see many of them, their shops in Lagos was hijacked by the customs. For what? I have not seen this. I see many of them suffering. You seize their goods. You block the borders in Biafra land. But your own border, your border between Niger and other places is open. The late Muhammad Buhari is from Daura, and his place to Daura is not up to 15 minutes with Okada. It's not up to 15 minutes to enter Niger. That border is open. That is the border where many people are following to leave the country. I have been in Daura several times, which I went for business, for trade fair. I know Buhari House very well. I know Let's Yaradua House very well. The house, the village between Muhammad Buhari and the Niger is not quite 15 minutes with Okada. All those borders are open. They close the borders in Biafra side. They cannot be able to import goods. And they keep on going around, burning all the whole markets the Biafra owns. Then you say you are not a Biafra. You say you are Niger Delta. You don't have lights. You don't have good goods. You say you are from Benin and you cannot be Biafra. You cannot be Igbo. Is Igbo your problem? Is Biafra your problem? Look at the way most of us are suffering in this land. Good roads we don't have. School we don't have. Infrastructure we don't have. Education we don't have. Light, we don't have. Nobody cares about you. Nobody knows if you exist or not. Living in the land of Nigeria, you call yourself a youth, you don't have a future. You don't have a future, you don't have a career. No, forget about your education. Your education cannot help you in that country if you don't have a godfather who will carry you, say, this is my, put in here. Your education can end you with 15,000 naira salary as a graduate, or 20,000 naira. If they pay you too much, they pay you 30,000, 40,000. How much is 30,000? That's 70 euro, which you spend a day in Europe here. It's what they pay somebody in one month to feed family, to pay house rent, to cater for everything. When we talk about let us support our able leader, they say no, this. Why our governors have been bought with a huge amount of money? There's something I have noticed concerning all these governors in the certain regions. Sometimes I compare to those who are not. All those northerners, they support their people with all passion. They fight for their people with all passion. They try to support and defend their integrity with all passion. But why is it our own governors, the northerners, will come and buy our governors to impoverish us? They buy our governors to make us suffer. Why is it our governors cannot stand to speak when their people are being killed? Why is it that our governors cannot be able to stand to defend their people, but the northerners can defend their people? It's only in the eastern region, in they call it Lower Niger. We all know the people they call the Lower Nigers, the old eastern region. Call it, you understand. Why is it that our governors cannot stand to defend our people? When our people are suffering from pains, they cannot speak. The police will come down and burn innocent people's houses. Nobody can dare them. How many houses have you seen the police burn in North? Where there is Boko Haram, where there is many terrorist group, Fulani herdsmen killing. How many times have you seen the police go there to burn down their house? But it's only in our own side that police can do all manner of things. They won't scot-free. How many places have you found checkpoints in the north where there is certain money from people? It's only in our side all those things happen. But yet our governors have concurred with these northerners to impoverish our people. But why these governors of the northerners cannot allow such a things to happen in their place? Then our governors allow all those things to happen to please them. Because of what? They want to be in a position of leadership. They want to use their people to get what they want. Please, brothers and sisters, I beg everybody, in spite where you're coming from, forget whether you are Benin, you are this, you are that. All those names is what is separating us. Forget about name. Name does not change anything. We are all fighting for one cause, and which is freedom. Freedom for everybody. Freedom for peace. Freedom for our unborn kids. Freedom because we don't want to let our kids to suffer. Everybody are running to Europe to come to Europe because Europe is safety. If all those people are corrupt like our leaders, can we run down to this place? If all those people who we run to, they accommodate us, if they are as wicked, if they are as corrupt as our own leaders, do you think that you can come this place? They give an open door to the Fulani herdsmen in a process of the Fulanization. But nobody can speak out against what they're doing. But they close border for goods not to come, but the open border for their people to enter. Fulanization is in process, which all hands must be in desk to support our able leader. In what way that we can do this? Biafra is not only for the Igbos. No, Biafran call is for the freedom of Christianities, those who call themselves Christians. It's a freedom for the West Africa. It's a freedom for the Africans. Because the moment Biafra regain their freedom, many will be free. Our unborn kids will be free. Take a look at the future of Nigeria, if it is worth dying for or if it is working. The future of Nigeria that you are claiming that you are one Nigeria, proudly Nigeria. I want to ask you one question. What have you gained in your one Nigeria? Is it a good quality education you gain? Is it a free housing you get? Is it as an as indigenous people of Nigeria? What have you benefited from your government? Have your government paid you any area of 10,000 or 5,000 a month as their youth to benefit? Do you have a light? Do you have a road? Do you have a common train that run in the city or trans? I don't know if you understand what I'm talking about. Most of them say, yeah, you are proudly one Nigeria. On what occasion have you benefited in this so-called fake name they are using to deceive you? Remember what you suffered in the desert, in the sea, in the name of you want to run away from your country to become something useful. If that country is good for you, that country you're claiming one Nigeria is good for you, will you take that risk? As I take the risk also. Will you take that risk to enter the desert? I nearly died in the desert. I nearly died. I nearly forgot him, but it's God who helped me. I nearly died in the desert. It's a girl who urinated and gave me her urine. I drank a urine in the desert. I drank a lady urine that made me survive with the help of my God. I drank a urine. I tried to run away from the so-called people who want to kill their enemy, not me. I passed through hell and fire in the desert. I passed through hell and fire in the sea. One because of one useless country called Nigeria. In the name of Nigeria, I am suffering every day. Even where I hear today, I cannot go to school because of the name Nigeria. What is the benefit after 50 years of civil war, after 50 years of Biafran war? What is the change? Is the killing not going on today? Is the poverty not going harder than harder? Every economy in our side have been crushed. Our businesses have been crushed. Borders have been closed. Everything have been crushed. We are suffering, my dear brothers and sisters. This is the high time we need to support this Biafran call. Remove the marks and show forth yourself. I have no apology to anybody. If you want to like, you like. If you want to support, support. But all I know that Biafra is a spirit. You cannot kill spirit and you cannot kill an ideology. You cannot fight an ideology with weapons and bullets. You can't fight an ideology with cutlass. You fight the ideology also with ideology. Our able leaders have gone far. They cannot see his back. Biafra is a spirit which cannot be conquered. Biafra is a spirit, it's about to rise up again. That's why we have the yellow in our flag, the rising song. And very soon this song will rise. 50 years of Biafran war, there is no change. Our people are suffering. Our mothers are suffering. We are talking about hospital, there is no hospital. I can remember here in Europe, everybody has his doctor. If any problem you have, call ambulance within 5 minutes, the ambulance have rushed you down to hospital. The ambulance will come immediately. It will not take you up to 5 minutes. Is it in your country you will call for ambulance? What is your problem? Why don't you understand? The youth of so-called the zoo called Nigeria have become as lazy as their master Buhari described them before his death. They have been as youth as they are. They have been as lazy as they are, sorry. They cannot come out to decide for their future. Rather, they are using the 10 or call it a small change megabyte they're using to go on Facebook, post picture, and make all sort of nonsense. Do you think about your future? Do you think about your born children? Do you think about your life? Most of us who are here, when you travel home, what will become of you? Is it what the DSS are doing? Robbing people in the name of checkpoint? Police robbing people in the name of checkpoint? Army will kill innocent people? Police will go to innocent people's house, they got their house bombed and they got scot-free? Is it the country we are talking about? Is it the country that you don't have a free speech? Is it the country in the night, if you don't own generator, you cannot see light? Is it the country that you cannot be free going around in your country? Is it the country we are talking about? All hands should be on decks. Let's support our able leader. Biafra is freedom. Freedom for Biafra is freedom for all. All that we can do to gain our freedom, let us do it. All that we do to support Biafra to come, let us do it. It's our nation. It's our home. It's our nation. It's our home. We need to conquer the enemy. Bribery cannot save us. Bribery cannot save us. Being a thug cannot save us. Being a cultist cannot save us. Being whatever you may talk about, it cannot save us. The only thing that can give you freedom, the only thing that can give you guarantee of your future and the future of your born children is the freedom of Biafra. And which Chukwokike Abiyama knows. If we do not do anything, God in heaven cannot do anything for us. It's we human beings need to do effort. I pledge my loyalty to Biafra and I pledge my loyalty to IPOB. I pledge my loyalty to my able leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. 50 years of Biafran war, we have not seen any change. They call it one Nigeria, using one to scan everybody. If Nigeria is one, why must they put one Nigeria? I have not seen any country that have answering one Canada, one Canadian, one Australia, one America. It's only Nigeria are hearing that name, one Nigeria. Why are you using that name Nigeria to scam people? Why are you using that name to suffer people? Why are you using that name to impoverish people? Why are you using that name to kill innocent people? Why are you using that name to destroy futures and lives? Why are you using that name? If it comes to some particular secular in the country, you cannot let them to excel. Why are you using that name? Why are you using that name as a propaganda, as a working tools with the British because of the oil they have found in the Biafra land? One day, that Biafra shall emerge, and there's no power that can stop it. All hail Biafra. All hail Biafra. All hail Biafra. IPOB, one family. I pledge my loyalty